Oh, hello there. It's Clint. Welcome to Sweetcast. I suppose you're wondering why on earth I'm making a video right now, and not waiting until next week to make a video. But that's just how I roll. I make videos every day, believe it or not. Anyway, it's actually really late, and that's part of my problem. Anyway, On a Press decides to make returnability a thing on all their original single issues this year. 1 year of returnability. I feel like this was the craze, what, 2 years ago, that returnability needed to come back that would solve all of our problems. There was some returnability that happened, but I think we're past that. I don't think it matters. I'm going to tell you why. But before I do, Downcast Volume 4 Hunting Ground is live on Indiegogo. This is the most different campaign you've ever seen. And what's interesting is that I'm raising it based off backer number here on the front end of the website, but actually anything you buy on the website, anything and everything goes to help produce this comic book. And I really want to produce this comic book because Downcast Volume 4 is truly awesome. I'm not even just saying that. It really is great. I'm really happy with the book and what we've done with it. And yes, we do need your support. So technically, we're within the first 24 hours. It's still day one. And if you haven't backed it, do. Um, and also, if you spend at least, I think it's $60, this little present at the bottom will pop up. If you click on it, it'll tell you how much money you got to spend to get that free trading card pack. So it's basically like you make a collector bundle, you will get that free trading card back. Also, if you spend 70, excuse me, goodness, $75 or more, you will get free shipping domestic, not international. All around, great deal, great books. Back it. Okay. Returnability. Omnipress, returnability on all original single issues this year. All right, so here, let me lay the groundwork for you. Why on earth is returnability so important? One, it's because they used to do returnability. Something I've come to realize is that in the comic book industry, when they stop doing something, usually there's a reason why they stopped doing it, as far as like business decisions. And it's something that's slowly evolved over time. There's usually a reason. Okay. Returnability, it seemed like, comic book shops could take a chance on anything, a book in particular that they're not so sure about. They'll buy a bunch of copies, try to sell them, and if nobody buys them, no big deal, you'll just return them. The problem is, and the reality is, that these $4 books, I mean, even if you're being generous, it costs $4 for a book. I'll guarantee you that anything from Ani Press is not $4. I would think $2.99 maybe. But let's say that it's $6. At $6 a book, if they buy, I don't know, 5 copies of each title, and these are for number ones, I believe. All original single issues. No, not number ones, all issues. If they buy the few issues that they need to stock their shelves and nobody buys them, or they buy one, now these shop owners have to go through the trouble of returning these single issues that they paid, again, wholesale price on these comic books. So even if it was costing $4, if it's a $4 book, they're returning it. They're getting maybe $2 back for the return. It's not worth the effort to return the very few number of comic books that they're getting. That's why returnability stopped, or why it doesn't make sense anymore. If Marvel and DC allowed returnability and you're buying heavily, like, oh, here's this new Captain Marvel book. I'm going to buy so many copies of Captain Marvel because everyone's going to buy them. And then it turns out nobody wants the Captain Marvel books. Nobody wants them. So at that point, what are you left to do? What can you do? Well, you're going to return them. But the problem is that Marvel and DC aren't going to give you that deal. Even though you're guaranteed to buy more heavily into their stuff because it's more likely to sell at a higher rate. You're not going to, or Marvel's not going to allow returnability, because why would they? You are on their leash, right? So when small publishers like Oni Press offer returnability, in hopes that it's going to, allow comic book store owners to buy more comics and take a risk. It's just not addressing the risk. It really isn't. What addresses the risk? Probably promotion, probably marketing dollars spent for that local comic shop. That would be my guess. If you said, hey, if you buy X amount of comic books from us every year, guess what we're going to do? We're going to dump money into Facebook advertising strictly and specifically for your comic book shop. We've got people that do marketing. They're going to manage it, and we're going to try and drive traffic to your website and to your location because we love you. And all you have to do is promise to buy X amount of comic books from us per year and try to sell those books. I guarantee you that will entice them to buy more of your books. Will they sell through to the regular comic book buying audience? I sure as heck don't know, but I would hope that, if they're making a deal like that, they'd want to sell those books. And so you're going to now incentivize all the people working at that shop to sell those books, to move them, because they're making money by selling books. They're making money because of ad revenue, ad dollars spent. How much would you have to spend realistically on a press in order for this whole equation to make any sense? Not very much, because your books cost $4. I don't know, $3. I don't know. It wouldn't make a lot of sense as the reality. But my point is that the value, I told you, I'm tired. The value of returnability is nil. It does not matter. It's not, you got to do better than that. But now that I laid all that out, let me read this. There's quotation marks and I'm going for it. Over the course of the coming year, OmniPress will continue to gather steam as we put forth a formidable and highly curated lineup of comic titles from high-profile creators, longtime favorites, and fast-rising stars, said OmniPress president and publisher Hunter Goranson. That's unfortunate. Here's the thing. I'm going to stop you there, Hunter Goranson. This would solve your problem. This would solve everybody's problem. If you make books that everyone's talking about because they're so good, people will buy them. And I realize that that's maybe easier said than done. But instead of making returnability a factor, and maybe this is just a push because they're investing so much in this new talent lineup for these books, maybe that's a reason why. I don't know. I really don't. But I don't think returnability is where it's at. I'm going to let you continue, though, Hunter Goranson. As we prepare our war chest of secret projects for the months ahead, we will make it easier than ever for direct market retailers to bring our titles to their shelves with a consistent and reliable returnability program, and even more surprises yet to come. Beautiful. Well, maybe it's the first step. And I'm not saying this is like stupid or evil. I'm just saying that everybody jumps to the conclusion that returnability is going to solve this problem about, again, trying a new title from a small publisher, but it's not. It doesn't give them enough value to matter. It's just a hassle. So I hope the books are great. I hope the creators are fantastic. They're listing creators down here, but I'm tired, so I'm going to go to sleep. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. You could like and subscribe if you're into that, but you know what I'd rather have? If you go check out Downcast Volume 4, Hunting Ground on Indiegogo, trust me, I can just tell you, it's not about returnability. It's about a fantastic story. I'm really excited about this, guys, really. I think that you're going to love this book, especially if you've liked the previous installments of Downcast. Please back it. Please support indie comics and indie creators, and we will keep making awesome books. Thank you. See you in the next video.